pretending to be a Customs and Border Patrol agent. He's now accused of falsely claiming to be a combat veteran, presenting certificates police say, quote, appear to have been put together with some sort of Photoshop or software program, claiming he'd received 2 Purple Hearts in Iraq during Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2014 and 2015.
This is so freaking messy. I'm going to tell you guys right now. This situation has been culminating over years. Years. And I finally am able to talk about it. Finally. Okay. Let's break this down real quick about this Marine that got out that essentially lied about being Border Patrol.
A New Berlin man already accused of pretending to be a Customs and Border Patrol agent is now accused of falsely claiming to be a combat veteran. 34-year-old Hank Glenbin was charged in January after stopping to help an officer with a dead deer dressed in fake CBP attire.
Who are you? I'm confused.
Glenbin showed the Muskego officer an ID that prosecutors say read Department of Homeland Security with his photo, but the officer wasn't convinced.
I don't think I've ever seen a green vest in Muskego.
Prosecutors say he later went to the Muskego PD asking for the officer's name, but raised suspicion because his uniform didn't look right. Glenbin was arrested in New Berlin a few days later after again approaching a police traffic stop wearing a Border Patrol hat, tactical vest with a border.
The name sounded like Native American. I had to look that up real quick. We're talking about in Wisconsin, like not even close to the Canadian border, having a green vest. Like I saw this when I was stationed down in California where people are being stopped and things like that. But up in Wisconsin, that's really weird.
Border Patrol patch, handcuffs, and a handgun. The new charges stem from Glenbin's plea negotiations in that case this summer, where prosecutors say the Marine veteran tried to negotiate lesser charges by presenting certificates police say, quote, appear to have been put together with some sort of Photoshop or software program, claiming he'd received 2 Purple Hearts in Iraq during Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2014 and 2015, quote, for wounds received in combat action against hostile enemy forces. We tried to reach Glenbin here at his home in New Berlin. No one answered. There is a vehicle parked in the front here, though, with a number of military stickers on it, including a couple that claim service in Afghanistan and Iraq. But in the new case, charging him with making a false statement regarding...
Yeah. Of course, you got to throw out the combat experience in order to justify breaking the law, falsifying documents, submitting those to a court, and entering a plea agreement in order to try and figure out some way out of this craziness. We're going to get more into why this is crazy, and you should remember or know who this person is.
Military service awards. A state agent verified Glenbin, quote, never served in Operation Enduring Freedom, nor was he in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The defendant did not serve in a combat zone. He served during that time in Okinawa, Japan. In New Berlin, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
There you have it, ladies and gents. Just make up that you actually saw combat. But I will tell you what is crazy. You guys need to know who this person is. There are several reasons why, and the first one being, do you remember this photo of him and his child and wife that made a TikTok that I can't show on here because the last video I talked about this several years ago got taken down? Do you guys remember that one where they thought it was funny and the entire internet had an uproar and essentially was like, you guys thought this was funny to restrict somebody's arms that is in your custody? Right? So he was active duty during that time, which is nuts. I don't know if that's why he is out of the service right now. But you should also remember that this entire thing, by the way, this is a month ago that all this was posted, but this entire thing of that past was like 2-ish years ago. And his now ex-wife posted this where she's like, we didn't know.
Like, some people are taking this video out of context and like not even knowing Hank. I make zero money off of my social media. My TikTok is not monetized like at all. I don't make any money off of my kid. I just pull.
Well, I mean, that doesn't necessarily matter. First of all, I don't even believe that, but that doesn't necessarily matter. And the only reason I'm saying that is because you still get views, and those can be very addictive for people. You don't make money, huh? I kind of feel like that's not true.
I just feel really helpless in this situation. I feel so dumb for posting that and like thinking it was just like a cute family video and then it turning into this. I know that people are gonna hate me or like just like have a
Yeah, her OnlyFans is linked to it. Listen, okay, I'm not sitting here being like, oh my god, you're using your kid to promote your OnlyFans, because I don't think it's like that. I don't know her videos, if they're appropriate, like whatever, who cares? Her kid's in there. She just happens to have a video, like she probably has like somewhat wholesome content with her kid and her husband on there, and then she happens to link an Instagram to it to promote her OnlyFans. To say that you don't make money off of this, when you have like a link tree that has OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and then it's very clear that your TikTok is a pretty integral part of your business. So to sit here and say that the views don't matter from a monetary perspective is like ignorant.
Opinions on this, and like I absolutely understand that. I just want people to know that like I love that little boy more than anything in the whole world, and I would never hurt him, never ever, and neither would my husband. We made a mistake. And we don't deserve to get our child taken away because of it.
So essentially from that entire story, they get their kid back, including the active duty Marine dad, her, and she's like, oh, CPS brought them back the next day. And I was like, within one day, they made the conclusion that you guys were fit parents. And then now she's posting stuff like this, which, check this out. The new guy that she's now married to looks like that guy that faked being a border patrol. And I'm like, dude, she was trying to say the family was all safe. They were all hunky-dory. And I'm just like, this is messy. And on top of that is messy because she's gone through so many phases. She was the Marine that was rough and tough. Check this clip out.
I joined the Marine Corps because mentally, morally, physically, and emotionally, you are held to a higher standard. And that's something I wanted to be a part of. I wanted to be a part of that legacy. To think of how far we've come in 100 years is crazy, and there's still a lot of progress to make. But I'm really proud to be a part of this institution and to represent it as a woman.
Yeah, by the way, she looks really different. A lot of surgery, things are different now. Then she went through the, I'm a Marine veteran, and then transferred into doing the O to the F and having an active duty Marine husband while people paid to watch her on those platforms. And then she moved over into the idea of she was going to be a pregnancy mom creator. And then this happened. And now she's the victim where this guy, she can't believe she was in this toxic relationship. And now she's back to mom talk all over again. And essentially the kid's in good hands and the dad is not supposed to have any part of his life, but he still does. And even though he's doing border patrol, whatever that is here. And I'm just like, yeah, this has not been a good look for the entire messy family situation. And unfortunately, Marine veteran gets a tarnished name because of things like this, where people respect usually when you've had service or whatever. Like when you say something, it holds a little weight. Where a situation like this, I'm like, it kind of holds nothing. So let me know what you think about this, because Savannah's messy. Ex-husband is messy and getting messier. And yeah, I just feel bad for their kid in this entire situation because I feel like there's a lot of things rattling around up there. But that's my personal opinion.